Hello, and welcome to Tyrone House, Kilcolgan, County Galway.
Jeeve, agus fáilte Royal Galway. Hello, and welcome to the viewing of our 6th class production on Tyrone House. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the film. Gura míle maith.
Tyrone House was a large Palladian house of cut blue limestone, built in 1779 by Christopher French St. George. It took some 300 stonemasons about 23 years to complete this spectacular house. Here is our artistic impression of what Tyrone House may have looked like.
Location. The house was situated on a promontory by the sea, about 2 miles from the village of Kilcolgan in South Galway. It is in the parish of Drumacoo and in the townland of Tyrone, hence the name given to the house. If we look carefully at this Ordnance Survey map, we can clearly identify Clarinbridge village with the Clare River flowing out of it into Tyrone Bay. Tyrone House, which is looking over Tyrone Bay.
Site and structure.
Tyrone House was a big solemn house grandly planned. It was 3 stories high, built on a height in order to dominate the surrounding land and sea. A high pillared portico framed the front door, which was the sole entrance to the house. The front faced south, and the northern side was protected by dense woods, beyond which lay the Kilcolgan River. 4 huge blue limestone rocks were placed in front of the house.
The St. George's design was taught by John Roberts of Waterford for Christopher French St. George. There is no doubt that this was the house of a substantial landlord, and the St. George's family were just that. The St. Georges are believed to be descendants of Baldwin St. George, one of the companions of William the Conqueror. Their ancestral seat is in East Hackney, Cambridgeshire, but they seem to have resettled in Ireland during the early 17th century, and by 1780, the estates of Christopher French St. George of Tyrone House accomplished a massive 24,000 acres of land in the counties of Galway, Roscommon and Offaly.
Visiting the ruins. Here we stand at the ruins of Tyrone House. As you can see, it is built on a promontory in order to dominate the surrounding area. Tyrone House was an 18th century Palladian-style house with 3 upper floors, a basement and a possible attic. It was built in 1779 and burnt down in 1920 in an act of patriotism. The fact is that the only occupant of the house was an old family retainer, and by then the family had moved on. The IRA men carried out Mr. Martin, installed him in an out-office and then set fire to the house.
Tyrone House is a symmetrical house with a break front and 1 main entrance at the front. The once magnificent door was decorated with many Palladian designs. There were 2 8-foot Ionic columns, one on either side of the door. Egg and dart decoration around the top of the columns, and dentellation, which is a design of teeth-like stones hanging from above the main door. The house is built from finely finished stone. This is called ashlar. There are many windows, as you can see, 52 in total, 1 for every week of the year. There is also a large Venetian window over the door, with a relieving arch over it. There are coined stones on the edges of the house, placed long and short, giving it a fine finish. As we go inside, we can see the dent in the wall where previously a statue would have stood. Above it there is beautiful ribboning plasterwork, and also plasterwork that could have represented urns or vases. Over the windows you will notice an arch, which is known as a relieving arch. The arch is the strongest feature. On the walls you can see this was decaying but was once fancy stucco plasterwork.
Some rooms are joined to one another, and we found evidence of a possible getaway tunnel, may be used for smuggling goods, servants getting away unseen, or as an escape route. After the St. Georges had eaten their dinner, the ladies departed to the drawing room, where they may have done embroidery, while the men in another room discussed politics. It was considered rude for ladies to be in the room with the men.
Tyrone House once had extensive gardens with a vast covering of trees, bushes and flowers. Today, however, much of this plant life has disappeared.
We have discovered an old granary with its 4 walls still largely intact, 2 main entrances and 3 circular windows. Wheat would have been kept here, and men working here would have used wooden shovels to avoid any sparks, which could have led to a major fire.
On further exploration of the area around the house, we have identified an old farmyard with many aged and fallen buildings. These buildings once housed the many staff and workmen of Tyrone House.
Following the pathway from the farmyard, we come to a large walled garden. These high walls may have been protection, or simply for show. As we approach the sea, we come to the newly renovated pier. This pier would have been used regularly in the past to bring in turf from Connemara or for the transportation of other goods and people.
This project is a result of hard work, preparation and research. We received valuable information on the publication on Tyrone House by the Irish Georgian Society. We, the students of 6th class, would like to thank the historian Christy Cunniffe for his excellent help and guidance he has given us for our project on Tyrone House.
There were circles. Didn't see them as ornaments on the landscape. They could hide in the wood, and they had them there to do their duties and that. But after that, then, but it could have been.
Finally, this video wouldn't have been possible without the excellent recording and editing skills of our principal, Mr. Holian.
Thank you to our teacher, Mr. Glavey, for organising this project.
We would like to thank you sincerely for taking time to watch our film. We really hope you enjoy